This episode of TRS is brought to you by Windows Azure. Coming up today, we continue our daily coverage of E3.
Totally rad show.
It is our day 2 of E3, actually the first official day of E3.
Convention doors have opened and nerds have flown through them quicker than they've ever flown through anything.
These 3 nerds among them. We started the morning off with the big Nintendo press conference where we knew there was going to be a new console. I feel like walking out of it, I may know less than I did when I walked into it. But we got the Wii U, which I like to call Wii U.
Well, that's actually 6 Wii U's.
It is. So Wii U, what is it? Well, we know it's a big-ass controller that's going to have a 6.3-inch touchscreen on it. It's going to be single touch, not multi-touch like the iPad or iPhone. It's going to...
motion control within the device.
It's going to have 2 cameras. It's going to have 2 dual analog sticks, which is nice.
Microphone. Like 2 bumper triggers, 4 bumper. It's like an it's like a traditional.
Like somebody took an Xbox controller, exploded it, and then slammed an iPad in between. Sort of. The thing that blew my mind was that the display isn't powered by guts in the thing. That the display is actually powered by this new Wii U console.
Which is, it's like the Slingbox or On Live, where all the real technical number crunching is happening in the box that's attached to your television, and then just sends that signal to your controller.
It's literally a wireless display that has some controller elements involved in it. Now that is pretty much it. Everything else, we are question mark, question mark, question mark.
Well, that's the thing that is interesting. They walked out on stage. They started with a lot of 3DS stuff that we'll talk about tomorrow's episode, because we're going to get hands-on with it tomorrow. And we're going to get hands-on with this tomorrow as well. But what we know so far is they walked out on stage and they said, we get it. We've attracted a big new audience to the Wii and to the DS, but we understand that the hardcore feels left out. This is our chance to recapture the hardcore. And then they proceeded to speak about nothing that the hardcore cares about.
Yeah, exactly.
The big things that we all want is HD. Well, we want HD. They mentioned nothing about it.
Nothing is concrete. This is all in development. But what they showed us, what they implied, is an HD, awesome-looking Zelda game.
They did imply that.
Yes, I
said they did imply that.
Exactly, and they implied.
But there's nothing explicit.
And then the director of EA came out and explained how excited he was, and the video developers, and they showed a bunch of hardcore, awesome games that we've all been looking forward to playing on all of the other systems that we will now be able to play on the Nintendo system.
Right, but I just wish they had told us what this system is. Like, give me some specs. Give me some. Well, evidently it's 1080p, but we didn't know that coming out of the press conference. We had to find that out later. It just felt like a very weird.
Yeah, it was a very weird
no
press
specs,
conference.
no real details. It was focusing on that controller.
Yeah, it was almost like the announcement could have been made better 6 months from now, but they were like, we have to do it at E3. We have to. And so they just sort of went, let's just sort of tell them what we got so far, and then we'll tell them the rest of the shit when we figure it out.
I agree. I think this is full of promise, and I'm excited.
Yes.
I think tomorrow we will be giving them our hands-on review. Or, tomorrow.
The weird thing is that, we have these games that now have added Connect functionality. And it looks like we're going to have games that have added Wii U functionality. So there's going to be this weird, where you can get kind of like in the old days where it's like, well, you get Yoda if you buy it on this one, you get Darth Vader if you buy it on that. And we still have some of that now, but this will be even crazier because the added functionality is so different.
Well, but then again, it's got a microphone, but the voice recognition stuff is built into the Kinect. It's not built in by the software. So,
But clearly there's going to be a big difference between seeing a display in your lap and being able to fling your arms around. I mean,
but the funny thing I will
the same
say,
games are going to be coming out on all these systems.
but the thing that got my mind blowing was the inventory system here and all this stuff. But then Dan actually brought me back to reality, which is like, if you take all the HUD information and now put it on the controller, you have to do this in order to know what's going on. And I immediately went, yeah, just literally physically doing this made that not something I want to do.
I agree.
Because if I'm gonna have to hit pause to go into my menu anyway, because otherwise I'm gonna die.
But there's other things. There are.
You're the most
Yes.
excited about this, so tell me why you are.
It's filled with promise. It's filled with promise not just for video games, but for the idea of mainstreaming, where Apple's announcing this cloud stuff, and we've already got cloud stuff, and the idea of mainstreaming, like the technical box is in one place in your house, and the way I can use it is in another place in my house. Kind of like a TV and a remote control.
It is.
Or a gaming system.
Or when the when my DVR from AT&T allows you to press pause on the DVR in one room, walk into and hit play. That was mind blowing.
And look, if I play a game like high res Kirby's Canvas Curse, where I'm tracing my finger on my display, I'm looking at the TV, but I'm doing this, and they showed a guy I forgot about that. They showed a guy drawing on it, and it was on the screen and on his pad.
And also searching on the internet on the pad while people are talking in the room, and then going, ooh, that's a cool video, and throwing it to the TV, and it starts playing on the TV.
There's some things the iPad is going to start to put. It's just really promising.
It is tip of the iceberg.
So.
It is tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
we saw some awesome games.
We did see some awesome games. We went to 2K and saw maybe my top 1 or 2 games that I was most excited about going into the show. BioShock Infinite. Give that to me now. I want it. Please put it in my eye holes. I'm ready. BioShock Infinite. They showed us a behind closed doors demo of this. I can't even explain the level. But there's basically like you're riding an over-the-head a suspended roller coaster and playing a shooter all at the same time.
And there were some really interesting things, because the thing that I loved about BioShock, the original one, was that it was nowadays a guy discovers this thing that has existed under the water for how many years and was sort of back in that time.
Nowadays, AKA present.
I like to call it nowadays. It's a technical video game term, I'm sure you wouldn't know. So the thing that I was sort of a little worried about when the demo started and they sort of talked about it was like, oh, it's just now we're back in days.
Yeah, but they showed some weird time travel-y stuff.
That's weird time travel-y stuff started happening, and
you have a companion, and she can like open these time rifts, and she like resurrects a pony.
She's also not a moron. She's also not a moron, and he wasn't paying much attention to her, which I really appreciated.
You're not holding her hand the whole time.
Yes, although some games that's really awesome.
I'm excited on every level for this game.
Yeah.
The graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
As you guys are alluding to, there are several amazing science fiction concepts. I didn't love the ideas in BioShock. Cool, but I didn't love that universe, I didn't love that world. I'm falling in love with this world. Opening time rifts, she opens the time rift suddenly to the 80s, and you're just playing 80s music.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to rule the world, and there's a marquee for Revenge of the Jedi. I was like, and then you're back. I mean, we didn't know any of this from any other trailers.
I know,
and the game doesn't need that aspect to be cool. Throw that in, it's like mind-blowing.
12 times
but then it's this really awesome steampunk-like universe where
clockwork, technology.
And the game mechanic, on top of all this, the actual gameplay, where the shooter stuff looks great. Then I have these awesome abilities where I'm popping people in the air and shooting them in the air, slow motion, whatever. And then the roller coaster ride.
But not only that,
the way that you navigate in this roller coaster ride, it's not like you hop on and you're on and like Ratchet and Clank. You're riding around and you hop off.
Yeah.
You are completely up to. It's almost like we played Arkham City. We're gonna get to where you have a
grappling hook.
Grappling hook and you zip to somewhere. You kind of can use it that way.
Yeah, where you're pointing an arrow where you're gonna land, but if you wait, that goes away. That option
he would
goes
just
away.
do ridiculous leaps of faith and then figure out where he was going to land later.
Yeah.
It was insane.
The thing that we saw like 1 second of, which I thought was really amazing, the gameplay, is using the girl to open rifts in time to put objects on the place.
Yeah.
So like he was being shot at over here, and he looked up and was like, do a rift there, and all of a sudden there's cover there.
This is what's amazing about that, is that it looks like you have a limited amount of things to do.
Yeah.
So you can either like use your like levitate ability on person, or you can spend that mana or whatever on the girl can create a cover. She created cover for you. That was the best.
But he could have taken the ammo or the exit.
She could have created ammo or exit for you.
It would have been
so many choices.
It would have been so easy for them to rest on their laurels and just make
Bioshock in the air.
Yeah, what are those
right.
plasmids?
Right.
Those were really fun.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are so many games here that are just another military shooter. And when you see something like this that has true design and true innovation and true imagination and is showing you something you've never seen before in any medium, that's really special. Then we saw 2 more 2K games. First of all, XCOM, which I know last year we were very down on. It looks a lot better this year.
A lot, so much so that I was really excited about
The
it.
game mechanic is like Mass Effect almost.
Yeah.
Where it's very strategic. You're choosing what to do with your guys.
Yeah.
It's not just a straight up shooter, which is what I thought it was last year.
And you're leveling your guys,
Yeah, squad-based. The thing that I was most interested in is that you're fighting these aliens, and the aliens themselves are really coolly designed. It's like
which we didn't see them
squares.
last year.
No, you didn't. Well, kind of, but not like this.
No.
Almost made of weird squares that
Panels
can
or something,
come apart and come back together. And then you can get their technology and either use it in the moment to win the tide of that particular battle, or take it back to the home base and use that tech
to
as
unlock
a resource.
RPG elements, which are amazing. I mean, to me, that's the stuff. Plus, the milieu is just so freaking
I'm
awesome.
still not completely sold on this game. I have some feelings still. It doesn't look all that great.
Yeah.
It still feels a little clunky, and some of the squad stuff they were showing was a little bit too binary. It's like, oh, they have a shield up here, so flank them. It didn't seem like I was being creative. It felt like that's the solution to this, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, that's one level.
Darkness 2, I saw a lot of that at GDC.
Yeah,
what did you guys think of Darkness 2?
I think it looks great. I love the idea.
You guys play the Darkness? Yeah.
It's a cool game, very violent, very dark. It's sort of horror meets gangster.
Right.
Because you're this like mafioso type who has these squiggly tentacle arms and there's these crazy over-the-top kills where you rip people in half and throw things at them with the tentacle arms.
I love the mechanic of you have to stay out of the lights. And when people bring light, you have to shoot the light. I love that kind of thing. Once again, it's innovative gameplay, not just innovative graphics. You know?
I think the graphics are innovative though. It looks gorgeous.
Well, it does look great, but innovative.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it has this like comic book real art style to it.
Well, they said that they actually had comic book artists painting every background texture, and that's how they got this really kind of rich comic book feel.
To me, it looks like kind of like a Bulletstorm, where it's really just this playground where you can kill people in really interesting ways.
Agreed.
And they kind of give you points, it looked like.
Great point.
And then we went over to Warner Brothers with another one of the huge games of the show, Batman Arkham City. We all got hands-on with that.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot to dethrone this as my game of show.
Yeah.
Mr. Traversal.
Yes.
How buttery, juicy, amazing is the traversal in this game?
Traversal.
Of
You
course,
just threw all my words at me.
I did.
You're like, pick one. Pick Dan plus 7.
Michigas. The world is much more open here, whereas Arkham Asylum was fairly linear. Now you've got a Assassin's Creed-esque open world. All these are your favorite things.
Yes. I mean, and the combat as well. I was watching Alex play, and I'm stunned by like. Normally we have to pick.
I felt that way when I was playing.
Normally
we
have to pick one or the other, right? The reason why QuickTime events happen is because they want something that looks very cinematic, but they can't have you control things like a video game because then it can't look super cool.
Yeah.
But somehow they found a way to make the controlling of it feel like an awesome brawler that I wish every game would steal. I wish Assassin's Creed would steal it.
I was going to say, I wish
The Witcher
this
had
is
stolen
how
it.
Assassin's Creed felt, because that's what I thought Assassin's Creed would felt and never lived
And
up
it
to.
looks amazing.
Yes.
It looks like I'm watching a Batman movie. And the traversal, yes. I mean, why bother playing DC Universe Online again when I can just play this game? I'm floating everywhere. I'm ziplining places.
It's impressive how many little tweaks they did and how big of a difference they make.
Yeah.
The grappling hook goes so far, and that makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
We saw you can now do quick application of the technology.
Yep.
So like your exploding foam or your battering, you don't have to go into your menu, select your thing, and do that. You still can, but now in combat you can just throw some foam on a dude and leap back and he explodes.
Yeah, amazing.
Little tweaks.
Zip lining one direction,
And then
hot swap,
slowing and
zip line
zip line the
another
other
direction.
direction.
It just opens the world up. It's really
Yeah.
great.
Amazing. No, it was amazing, and it was so much fun. It was so satisfying. And the other thing is, I want to see this movie being made. You know what I mean? Like the character models, like the designs of the characters.
Kind of Batman animated series, I think, is a very
little
similar
bit, but
tone.
way more
Like
dark,
Mask of the
way
Phantasm,
more
or
dark.
the one that we loved,
Under the Red Hood.
Under Red Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but to me, this was like, it's firing on all cylinders. I mean, I want it in me now.
I know
my
it's
eye
hard,
faces.
it's going to be hard to make this one not game of the show. It's a definite contender for game of the show
Yeah.
already. I think a surprise, perhaps.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings: War of the North.
Yeah.
3-player co-op with 3 distinct character classes: a warrior, a dwarf, a ranger, human. I think it's human.
Oh, okay.
And like Aragorn, and
yeah.
a wizard. We played 3 players together,
And
I was really having a blast.
I played both the wizard and the ranger, and I was a little bit disappointed with the ranger because basically he just becomes a melee guy.
Right. It's very much a Diablo-esque brawler, but
way more hack and
closer
slashy, and that's my big issue with it because I played as the mage or wizard or whatever they call it in that world.
Yeah.
And I had a really good time playing it by myself because they would sort of be taking care of everybody else, and I would just be sitting back doing range stuff, and that stuff is really fun. But I wish they'd just taken the ranger and really made it a range thing. Don't have to pull the trigger.
You just want everyone to make you an Alex game.
Well, I just want to make sure that it's not just swing sword. And
It's
this was
interesting
just
that
swing
all
sword
the characters have
for a
range.
while.
You know, even my warrior dwarf had a crossbow.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
I think it looks cool.
I'm on the fence because like I played the wizard character and the spells were not very cool.
Yeah.
Could have been where I was.
Call
in
in
the
an
game.
awesome
I call it an
eagle.
awesome- I think we all could though.
Yeah,
we could.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
but, like everything I was doing was not cool, and that I kind of wish like you guys were doing cool sword, you were doing cool range. I wish I had like cool fire.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It
Yeah.
doesn't, not
I wish it
specifically.
was, yeah. I wish it was sort of like DC
That was the most awkward
World
way
of
you could have
Warcraft or
gone
DC
through.
Universe, where like all of our player types
Still
really
looks cool.
embrace what they
Yeah.
were. I felt like maybe we're all kind of shades of the same thing.
Interesting.
But I like cooperatively.
And that's what I mean by we all ended up using our swords.
Yeah.
Where it's like there are
I
ways
used a
to
staff.
not.
an axe.
I use a staff.
Yeah.
Right. That's
So,
what I mean.
yeah,
we've
but I'm
now-
super excited because it's through
We
Play
got
Co-op.
lots more games coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before we get out, we've now seen the big 3 console makers with their press conferences. Which one do you think coming out of it had the best showing?
I think Nintendo,
So
but
hard.
it seems like that's going against the public.
It doesn't matter if you go against the
Oh,
public.
no, I
It's
just
your
mean
opinion.
like if I'm thinking like what really because I
You were
feel
most
like
excited coming out of Nintendo. For me, it was Sony. I think
Why
the
though?
price of the NGP, the
Price of
NGP,
NGP.
I keep saying NGP, the
Yeah.
Vita.
Yeah.
The price of the Vita, the look of it, the games that they showed.
The funny thing is, I'm going to say that I was most excited coming out of the Xbox stuff because I like the way that Microsoft is potentially integrating all of my TV stuff, the UFC, the live fights, which I think is just an entry into live sporting events where people can interact across. You can have parties at your house, and friends from college can have parties, and that you're experiencing the same thing at the same time. That stuff is really great, but also the integration of Kinect as an additive to it. That's the stuff that got me the most
Listen to
excited.
you, convert Alex Albrecht.
That's
Okay,
what
we're going to
I
have
create.
lots more E3 coverage tomorrow. Tune back in, totallyradshow.com, your one-stop shop for all things E3.
Booyah.
See you tomorrow. When's that, Dan?
Mañana.
All right, everybody, remember to stick around for this day in rad history. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, Windows Azure. Windows Azure is the cloud platform for developers that lets you focus on building and running apps, not building and running infrastructure, which is awesome. It has scalable, pay-as-you-go capacity, meaning developers don't have to wait to develop, get faster speed to market, and generate and meet immediate demand. Rent only what you want when you need it. It's amazing. Best time, the best way to rent. It's a rich platform with built-in connectivity and development tools, meaning you can focus on business logic and get a head start on time to market. So flexible deployment gives you the ability to run Windows Azure on your own system. With Windows Azure Burst Capacity, you can deploy with confidence running your apps where and when it makes sense without worrying about overwhelming your systems, which is nobody wants to overwhelm their systems.
No.
It's so exciting, my nose is itching. To learn more about everything you need to know to start developing with Windows Azure, check out Microsoft.com/cloud/Windows Azure. We will again see you tomorrow from right here at E3. Woo!
Check in tomorrow for more E3 coverage.
Today is June 8th, and on this day in rad history in 1912, Carl Laemmle founded Universal Pictures. Universal Pictures.
That's funny. Is that Laemmle Theater?
Yep.
So funny.
Laemmle, I think maybe an LA theater chain though. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
I didn't have it near us.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's a local small
So
art house.
Universal Pictures brought us some small movies
Yes.
over the years
Thank you for sending that in, Mike Gonzalez, and thank you, Carl Laemmle, for changing the world.
of movies.